So, my project is about bag sharing in London. The city of London introduced a bag sharing program in 2010, which by 2015 included 742 bag stations, 11 and 500 bags, and 10 million annual rentals, thus making it the second largest bike sharing program in Europe and part of the global top 10. To optimize the maintenance and operation of sharing bag station, the behavior of users is a key. Based on a data set of sharing bag usage in 2015 to 2016, it is possible for us to find out which are the important factors driving customers' rental behavior. So about the dataset, I found it on Cargo, and there are about 70k rows rental information and 12 features, like the time, the count of new bag shares, temperature information, humidity, wind speed, whether is or not weekend or holiday, seasons, and the weather. I did the data clean first. So I searched and dropped two rows with blanket information and defined the new data frame as the df2. Then I plan to do a EDA to understand this data. To make it easier, I convey the code information into strings, and because the time step data is not a time form, so I also split it into time, days, date, and month data. So here is the data looks like after I pre-process. Come to the EDA part, I plot some relation plots to show the relationship between the number of bike sharing with different other factors. So the first one is the bike share by date, or you can say the bike share trends through a year. We can find that the behavior of users shows a circle. They rent the bag a lot during June to September and rent less during the winter months. The bag share by season plots show the same information. Zoom into a day, we can find that people use sharing bag a lot around 8 a.m. and 5 to 7 p.m. in day. People go to and go back from the work at that time, so I suspicious that a lot of users use sharing bag as a commuting tool. The rest plots support my guess. We can see that the number is higher in weekdays than in weekends, and people use sharing bag a lot during non-holiday days. Also, the weather influences people decision on rental as well. The weather that might influence traffic, like rain and snowfall, will lead to a lower rental number. The SNS point plots show a similar conclusion with the box plot showing to us. People normally use sharing bag at around 8 and around 18, and the average use during holidays is lower than normal days. People will choose sharing bag as their commuter during weekends, maybe for health or environmental reasons. The most cold months have the lowest using numbers, and summer has the highest using numbers. To the correlationship, I create the correlation matrix, and as I think before, the temperature might be the most influential factors. The following are humidity and time. I dropped the time step. I dropped when I try to do the linear regression. I dropped the time step because it is not a number feature, and then I decided to drop the season and its weekend column because both of them can be indicated by other features, like the day 5 and day 6 as a weekend. So I dropped them. Then I created a model like the Boston case, but changed in test size, C, and max iteration. I was suffered a lot by a very little score and tried a lot of time to optimize it. I make the train data from 0.7 to 0.9 and increase the maximum number of iteration from 1000 to 8000. And I also make the C from 0.3 to 1 to strengthen the regularization. However, after this effort, I still cannot get a score higher than 0.3. I finally got a score of 0.297340. Then I started to find the most coefficient factor. After I did the lasso, I found the humidity, time, temperature, fading temperature, days of a week is the most important factors in the model. This makes sense because people would more willing to write backs during comfortable days, and a lot of users choose sharing back as a commuter, which makes the days is negatively correlated with the number of use. As a recommendation, to promote the using number of the sharing back, the marketing events encouraging user to write backs during weekends, like coupon in weekends, will be helpful to promote the using numbers, and the recommendation for operation, because a cold weather will dramatically decrease the using number. So a large scale of maintenance and back recycle can be done during the winter and would not impact the number of use. That is my project. Thank you.